That wasn't Captain K. That was me coughing.
Welcome back to Foxtrot Plays Lost Epic. Obviously, that's what coughing gave away that we're here with Doug. So, we're gonna be doing some stuff.
Mm-hmm. Wow, this really is out of order because it's Lost Epic first, then Hidden Dragon. So no one's gonna understand what the hell we're talking about when we're continuing on with the Dr. Gene bit.
Yeah, they're doomed. They're doomed.
Mm-hmm. So the Dr. Gene bit. Tell me more about this.
Well, I'm just saying, in general, in there, every time they keep bringing up someone has a doctor, or the doctor's in the family, or something like that, then all of a sudden, like, every generation has a fucking doctor. Like, Trunks' family, it's so weird about that. Because it's like, when you're explaining that, it's like Dr. Briefs is the doctor. Mm-hmm. Then you have his daughter, who later is scientist, but in example is still a doctor. So Trunks doesn't become one, but I'm pretty sure Bra does, even though we don't talk about Bra very much. And I don't know past that, because I don't know the next chain of family right off the top of my head. Now, Goku's side of the family, no.
True.
I'm sorry, just no. Gohan was not about to be a doctor, so the chain was not about to begin. It just no.
He teaches at a university.
Yeah, he's a scholar by talent, but he's not a doctor.
Yeah.
So, but even then, that brings into question in his scholarly levels, because it's like, you're not doing that much, bro. Like, no one's like coming up to you asking you for your peer review. Like, nah. Your students aren't the most knowledgeable. They're not all passing left and right. Mm-hmm. So how them teaching skills doing?
Okay, so he's not really teaching. He was like in Superheroes. When Piccolo gets pissed at Gohan for, like, ignoring his training, Gohan's basically doing R&D on a new bug species that apparently goes Super Saiyan.
What?
Yeah. They don't really I don't know, they don't really touch up on it. Piccolo just tells Gohan to, like, actually pick up Pan. In all honesty, the way they're shaping Pan up in this version versus GT, it looks like this version of Pan is more capable than Gohan.
That's tragic.
Yeah, no, because like they're literally Gohan and Videl are literally like, oh, Piccolo can take care of Pan. Did you let Piccolo train Pan? And Piccolo's like, okay. They literally ask Gohan to pick up Pan for them. Because, like, Gohan's busy with his research, and Videl's doing something stupid.
She's doing them things.
You think it's
those Videl things?
You think that's weird? Piccolo has a house now. And a phone. A cell phone. A smartphone. A smartphone.
Why does Piccolo need a house? What's Piccolo doing with a house?
Piccolo obviously wants to be heaven. Piccolo wants to be a nigga with a house. I have no regrets saying nigga.
What is this house need? What is Piccolo? You aspired for castles, for landscape. What is this house?
It's even weirder because now Broly's training with Goku and Vegeta.
Oh yeah, I remember that now.
So
he is floating around.
So what ended up happening was, So Piccolo, he's showing Pan. He's showing Pan. So someone attempts to kidnap Pan in order to draw Gohan out. Thing is, when Pan utterly beats the shit out of the dude.
Makes sense.
And Piccolo, who's undercover, basically says, dude, put these handcuffs on, or we're going to, well, essentially kidnap you. So then they show So then they show Gohan a video of Pan, who's now kidnapped. Gohan loses shit, turns Super Saiyan. The problem is he's still been lacking on his training. He sees like Gohan goes Mystic Gohan again because Piccolo tricks him into thinking Pan got hurt. So he Mystics out. Then Cell Max comes out because yes, they did revive Cell, except Cell Max is a giant with stupid, and he's picture perfect Cell, but with lips, with like the big lips.
Ew! So like Cell 2 lips, but on Perfect Cell?
Yes.
No!
And giant. Not only is he giant, he is completely insane. So the way they win, right? Gohan achieves this new transformation called Beast Gohan. And Piccolo, while Piccolo Orange, turns super giant, holds Cell Max in place, even though it's clearly like there's still a power difference between the two. So the only way Beast Gohan takes out Cell Max is dude.
So basically, he needs support again.
No, he actually did it well. Yes and no. Yes, because Piccolo it took Piccolo holding him down. No, because
support.
Because at the way Gohan tests out. He uses the special beam cannon. Wow, you're quiet. Does that mean you're just stunned?
Well, no, I was listening. That's why I was expecting more of a follow-up than he would use the special beam cannon.
Yeah. Piccolo goes up to Gohan. He's all like, "Where the hell did you learn the special beam cannon?" He's like, "I was practicing it. In secret, Piccolo."
I mean, to be fair, you've done it around him like most of his life.
Yeah, but Piccolo was like, yeah, okay, I'll give you that. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's not gonna have it perfected, but I mean, like, he's seen Piccolo do it since he's a child. Eventually, he should have somewhat figured out what Piccolo would do.
Yeah, I still say the special beam cannon, or Makanko Sapo, is like the best technique.
It is. It's just that one flaw of you need time, because it technically can kill shot anything. It's just you need time to focus the beam.
Yeah, it's so cool. Like the beam cannon just looks so much cooler than any other Dragon Ball technique. It looks so badass.
The only one that I would somewhat, depending on circumstance, the only one that somewhat counts close to it is somewhat Vegeta's Big Bang attack. More because of the impact when it hits. Because the fact that he just makes that big blast just in front of his hand and he's in there, that's not like Final Flash. But it's more that he shoots that ball and then it does that whole dome detonation.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah, okay, I can buy that.
So that's the only other one that kind of sits in that tier rank with me where it's like, okay, that's a fun, because I admit, like, even when I play the games, yeah, I enjoy having that. I throw it every time I get a chance. I don't give a fuck. Special beam cannon in that is a little trickier to get off. People flat out see you being like, fingers on forehead. And it's like, oh, you're doing that. Oh.
Yeah.
I could have so no not let you charge that.
So
that's the only flaw of Piccolo's move is he's clearly not be in sight while he's preparing to move, because anybody will just look and be like, yeah, no, I don't trust that. I don't care if I have immortality. I don't trust you doing that. That looks kind of suspicious. You concentrating kind of hard.
So apparently Piccolo, so how Orange Piccolo came about was he essentially he used the Dragon Ball. He asked Shenron to unlock the hidden potential the way Guru did. The way Guru did with Gohan and Krillin.
I mean, makes sense.
The problem is, but Krillin and Gohan, his power up was just stupid. Oh, Doug, what about
power up?
Oh, Doug, what about Krillin? What did he do in superheroes? Blinded Cell with solar flare. So Krillin obviously can still get things done.
To be fair, the Resurrection F, Krillin was handling shit more than we thought he would have been. Krillin thought he was gonna fucking die and he was handling shit.
Again, goes to show you that Krillin is just untouchable. Hell, 17 and Lapis and Lazuli, 17 and 18, they were fighting, was that they never got anywhere as much stuff done as Krillin.
And even when you think about that, Krillin's where the neutral zone happens with that.
Yeah.
Because you think about 17, is like, okay, I'm cool with you being with 18. 18 obviously is cool with him because she had a baby. So it's like, alright, I guess this mortal's okay. They didn't go hang out with Tien. Ain't nobody fucking hanging out with Yamcha.
Yeah, Yamcha was
I feel so bad for. As later seasons go, Yamcha gets less and less like friends. The beginning of the series, in Dragon Ball, you're like, Yamcha's the coolest. You wait for the moments to hang out with him. Everybody's excited for him to arrive. And then you get to like Dragon Ball Z and you're kind of like, hey, I remember Yamcha. Oh. But he's still his friend. And then you get to Super and you're just like, hey, do any of y'all remember Yamcha? And you're like, oh yeah.
It's so weird, because Yamcha was one of the coolest characters in Dragon Ball when he was the Wolf Bandit.
Yeah, because it's the weird way that they took it. Because if you think about it, realistically, there should be like tons and tons more scenes involving Ox King. Because Goku doesn't work. Chi-Chi doesn't work. So Ox King has to provide everything for them. And there are tons of episodes of them being at home, and Ox King is not always visiting.
Yeah.
So, clearly Ox King has to either be coming by more, or he's doing shit, like, all the time. And he officially was a main character, so it wouldn't have been a big issue in Dragon Ball to pan over and see Ox King just doing his own thing. But in Z, they're just like, nah, he's the guy who brings money and gifts. So when Gohan needs some books and some shit, send out Ox King. But if you want to actually have the fan base remember that Ox King was a badass at some point, no, we don't do that. We don't do that.
So anyway, but in superheroes, Krillin, no, when Cell Max was destroying all the things, Krillin was all like, yeah, no, I'm not staying here anymore. I'm actually going to go out and do stuff. And when he did, when he solar flared, blinding Cell Max, giving one of the characters enough time to do things. But you can't do anything about it because Krillin is untouchable. He's not the comic relief. In the Universe Tournament, he got things done. He got more done on his own than Gohan did.
Yeah.
Because it's Gohan, and Gohan's useless. He's
well, but that's expected.
Yes.
that's why even in the tournament, it's expected to be like, okay, pair him up with Piccolo. You know we need him with Piccolo.
Yeah, because Piccolo just needs the downgrade. He's all like, look, I'm too badass for you. So you hang out with me, so your coolness level can rise. I'll take the hit because I'm Piccolo. I can take it. Anyway,
Yeah.
when he and Gohan both get the power-ups, right? Everyone else is basically like, dude, you guys are like on par with like Vegeta and Goku now. And they're just all like, yeah, if we weren't here. And Gohan, if you didn't keep up with your training, everyone would be dead. So stop relying on Goku and Vegeta.
Yeah. That's perfectly valid.
Yeah.
Did his goddamn job!
And actually be with your family, and actually be a family man, Gohan. I understand that Piccolo is the ultimate family man, but hey, kid, come on,
Yeah. No, there would be no shame if you dedicate to your family.
So, yeah, there's that. I'm just surprised that that upgrade for Piccolo was long overdue. I'm so sick of Piccolo not being able to do things. Or at least like being on the
for a
side.
while that was starting to bug me, and then anytime any events or anything was taking place, it was always just like, alright, well I'll prepare for Piccolo to give them advice and then just chill in the back.
Yeah, right? You know what's weird? Because when I was looking into the manga more, like what Ultra E was about, and how Vegeta can do instant transmission.
Yeah.
So Vegeta can unfuse people.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he literally goes up to Piccolo and like, hey, if you and Kame and Nail want to be unfused, let me know. I can do that for you.
I didn't know.
Yeah, so because the reason why, so Vegeta, he goes to train with he goes to Yargren. He trains with the people of Yargren.
Yeah.
That's where he learned instant transmission. But ultimately, that's also where he learned how to unfuse and how to, because like his training wasn't about gaining any form of power up. His training was more along the lines of
perfecting the power he already has.
Yeah, that. Like, it was more along the lines of, oh, I don't know why Goku didn't learn this, but, like, my attacks now can do anti-magic things, which is what Maro's all about. Plus, I can drain life force with every blow. Doesn't matter if you block or not. I'm like, huh. But then,
I mean, I get why Goku wouldn't ask, because Goku wouldn't think about it if they could say it and or use it on him. Whereas Vegeta probably would. He would learn specifically one thing, see that they know other stuff, and be like, hey, how do you do that? What's this? Goku would just be like, I learned the thing! Bye! And you're like, hey, you didn't ask about our super weapon. And you're like, yeah, don't tell him.
Yeah. But I was just so shocked, with Frieza Black. Yeah, that and Team Goten and Trunks. Which I don't know if they're manga yet, but I know superheroes is confirmed as canon, so Team Goten and Trunks, that should be a thing.
Yeah.
Some of the decisions they took with Dragon Ball. First of all, Superheroes was kind of because this was the first time they went full CG with everything, characters, etc. Yeah. So I was weirded out by that. It was an adjustment at first, but
You just weren't ready for it.
yeah, I was not ready for it at all.
I get it, because that is a sudden, abrupt change.
took a while to adjust, but when I was adjusted, I mean, it wasn't. The fight scenes were still good. You know, I mean, the attacks had the right amount of kick. The soundtrack was, well, I mean, the soundtrack was okay. The voice acting, I mean, it's Dragon Ball. Like, well, I was watching the English version, so.
I was like, you know, it's not.
You know, that's something I did want to bring up. When, I have to give credit where credit to the Funimation Dragon Ball voice actors. They came a long way, you know? Because, like, when I first started watching the Funimation dub, like, they tried to make it sound as similar as they could to OGZ when it came to the States the first time around. But they were so horrible. Those voice actors were so horrible. Like, at first.
Oh, I remember original Vegeta. Oh, yeah.
I mean, they finally came around. I mean, when they started getting their stride, which I want to say was around the Android arc.
Yeah, that's when it kind of hit it started catching its feet. Because right about the introduction of the first form of Cell, you could start telling when people were like enjoying, like if their roles started fitting.
Yeah, because Goku, oh my god, when he first started, when he was first Goku,
woo!
Yeah.
Woo, that Goku.
That was a hassle to sit through, nonetheless.
That was a thing.
Same goes with Vegeta. Like that, the last one, Frieza arc was, that was a hard sell. But,
you're like that was a...
No, even OG Bulma, even when Bulma was first, even with the Bulma bits, it was still just, oh god.
Oh
but,
yeah, original Bulma.
Yeah, but they, like I said, they hit when they started hitting their stride, they got a lot better. I mean, hell, the actress who played Bulma was Mitzi in the Funimation of Shin. And
oh yeah,
no, she did a damn good job as Mitzi. But like, if any one of you are interested, just look up the just watch when Dragon Ball first when did this was like right after Goku defeated the Bird. Yes, this is right after Goku defeats Bird, and then you'll see just how horrible that voice acting was. Funimation, oh my god! But then again, like I said, they came a long way. Even Goku, even the voice actor for Goku came a long way because he was Rick in Gender, and I thought he did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, he was. Yeah, he did a good job. That was Rick.
Yeah, I haven't watched that in forever.
Yeah.
Or Blue Sea. Oh yeah.
It's so well. Yeah, it's just like they came a long way.
That's why I was like, certain voice actors, that's why you kind of just get used to them being around to the point that when you hear them, you don't question. And some other ones, they're so good at it that you don't realize that's them because you just thought it was some other dude.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I totally agree with you. Like, because oh shit, okay. No, I totally agree with you because when I was IMDbing Batman Year One, the SWAT team commander was the same guy that voiced Bill Dauterive in King of the Hill, and you're just like, what? That's so wow.
Yeah, you wouldn't expect it. It's not really talked about much, and you'd be like, I feel like somebody would be saying something.
Yeah, it's so weird to like picture that considering. Oh, okay,
for them.
what you got?
Yes. Projectile shield protection. I mean, and technically have a better physical block, too.
That's weird. It's like when I first found out that Jalil right, right. Steve Urkel was the Sonic for like all the American-based Sonic animations, with the exception of Sonic 2.
Yeah, that was kind of a rough thing for me too. Like, oh,
how's that throw me for
yeah.
that damn loop? Or how Uncle Phil was Shredder in the animated Ninja Turtles series.
Yeah. Like, so many people had some other presence that you never knew about.
All right. I mean, I don't know if he wants to be associated with it anymore, but the guy who played Lex Luthor in Justice League Unlimited, and well, virtually the entire DC animated universe. He was Raiden in the Mortal Kombat animated series.
Damn.
I know, right? Oh,
I gotta understand why he's not talking so much.
Yeah. You're gonna try going after
I get that. Why you're like, hey, weren't you in that? No, I don't know what you're talking about. No.
Oh, so you are gonna try going after the
I don't
dragon
think
again.
that was ever made. I think you're lying.
Yeah, if anyone wants to watch a terrible Mortal Kombat that's not Mortal Kombat shit, sorry, dude.
Oh, it's fine.
That's not.
I was coming to test out the shield against Dragon to see how it goes anyway.
Oh, fair enough. Oh yeah, you're near the checkpoint though, so you could just grab your grab your hat.
That's why I was like, this was more a testing run than yeah.
So here's how bad the Mortal Kombat animated series was. They had a dog named Kiba. I think there was a teenager working amongst the teams. And
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't get worse from there. And for some reason, Curtis Stryker hates dogs. What the hell?
Huh.
Yeah, no, Curtis Stryker hates dogs for some reason. And that's another thing. That's the other thing.
Weird.
Because, like, in that same animated series, the voice actor for Curtis Stryker was Ron fucking Perlman.
But that's okay.
Yeah, Firelord Sozin himself was Curtis Stryker in that god-awful animated series.
Apparently, I guess that's how that works.
Yeah, Sozin himself. Can
You'll
you
be
believe
a
that?
firelord, and then you come back and be a cop. You know.
So the man who played
That's
Firelord
what happens after the
Sozin.
Fire Nation attacks. I tell you.
That's how the Fire Nation attacks.
They attack, you get demoted down to cop with baton.
God. Yes, this was in the golden age of video game animated series that was ushered by the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. You had animated series, I swear to God this is true, of Mega Man, Street Fighter, Darkstalkers, Mortal Kombat. What else? What else was an animated series?
I mean, technically G.I. Joe was animated, but it's
G.I. Joe. But I'm talking like specifically video games in the 90s. Yes, Pokemon, obviously, but that's Pokemon. I know Kirby had one, but that was in the 2000s. Same goes with Beautiful Joe, but like, yeah. Capcom basically fronted its line of games with animated series like Street Fighter, Darkstalkers, and what was the third one? What was the fucking third one? They had a Mega Man. Oh my god.
Yeah, Mega Man.
Yeah, Mega Man had to catch.
Which wasn't, sadly enough, the Mega Man one wasn't horrible. It just had a horrible budget.
Well, of course.
Like it started decent. It's just it never got better in that budget. So everything else just was like.
Its theme song went like this: Super Fighting Robot, do 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 do, Mega Man. In fact, Mega Man's catchphrase in that animated series was "sizzling circuits."
Yep.
Oh my goodness, that. Oh.
If they could have paid the writers better.
Well, no, like all of yeah, but like Capcom's thing was camp, and Mortal Kombat was trying to be camp, but trying not to be, because they do actually show Smoke's origin story in that when he gets cyber ninja-fied.
Yeah, which is even then you're kind of like, well, even then in current storyline it's weird because it's like, wait, so you got cyberfied by because Sub-Zero creates a weird paradox in the whole fucking plot. Because, like, okay, so you exist over here as you, and you aren't your brother, but then there's clearly Cyber Sub-Zero sitting over there, which is technically you from a different timeline. But there's no issues with both of you coexisting and touching and trying to kill each other. And if one of you dies, it doesn't do a Revenant thing. Because you're technically different. But you're not.
Bah. That's all I'm going to say, just bah.
Yeah. That's why I said, whenever the whole story started going out, that was my whole thing, was like, fucking Sub-Zero is the Flash of this goddamn shit. Dude. Everything is pinnacle on him being like two different fucking things at the same time and nobody being like, hey, why are you?
Dude, this is it's the 90s, man. It was the 90s. I had to explain Spider-Man's true symbiote origin story when he got it during the Secret Wars by that one machine.
Yeah.
Kid was stunned. He was like, that's how it happened? That's how it happened. It only gets better. See, Dr. Doom won the Secret Wars, gets godly power bestowed. I told him how the Secret Wars ended. And it looked like I killed his dog. That's how bad of a reaction
that's how people felt when they were abruptly slapped with that shit.
Yeah. And I was just all like, oh, kid, because this was at Lemon Grove, and he was talking about, like, Spider-Man, how much he loves it, and I'm like, yeah, I love Spider-Man too, and he was like, no one knows Spider-Man more than me, and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna tell, I was, because he was talking about Miles Morales. I know nothing of Miles Morales, other than the fact that he exists, and that Green Goblin is like a dragon-type deal. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, his
and the Rhino's a robot. But anyway, so I was telling him, so I was like, all I can tell you is Peter Parker lore that I know from in the back of my hand. And then I was telling him, you think the Secret Wars was bad? They had 2 sequels. And he was just all like, you're lying. Nope. Google it. Go ahead. Google it. I don't want to Google it.
Well, it's your own fault.
Yeah, no, he was just like, because, like, he did, like, I could tell he didn't want to, like, go down that rabbit hole, because if he did, I'm pretty sure his entire life on this planet would be subject to question. Because kids, people...
Go down that rabbit hole. You began that journey. You find its end.
Just look, if any of you want to look up the, want to know what we're talking about in terms of the Secret Wars, number 1, Phase 4 of Marvel is gearing towards that. 2, if you want to look up the comic book origins, just look up The Beyonder. That, I'm just going to leave it at that, because it is very fucking stupid. Dumber than World War Hulk. I mean, World War Hulk, that was dumb, but at least he went back to Earth for some revenge. The Beyonder is just can we end it before I lose my mind?
Well, technically, it should have been ended a bit ago, so, but yeah.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go, I gotta go grocery shop. Oh god, we're still recording, that's right.
Yeah, hence the ending part that needs to happen.
Yeah. Oops. Boop.